Deep class. We got a lot of people in here today in the gi class. Usually have a lot less people in the morning.
I thought the gi was dead.
It's alive and well, man.
Jiu Jitsu is more than just a martial art. It's a way of life, a test of resilience repeated every single day. When the world is quiet, we begin the journey, driving through dark streets, headed towards the same destination. The academy awaits, silent. The mats are empty. The air feels heavy with potential. And then, the sound of keys. The door opens, the gym awakens. One by one, people step inside, students from all walks of life, some veterans, some brand new, all here for the same reason, to grow through struggle. At 6:30 a.m., comfort has no place here. It takes a certain kind of person to show up this early, a certain kind of resilience, because the easy choice is to stay home, to sleep in, to wait for a better moment. But resilience is built by doing hard things, especially when they are best for you. This is the philosophy behind Hey, Let's Roll. It means being down for whatever. It means choosing the challenge. It means leaning into discomfort, because discomfort is where progress hides. And that's what defines this crew. Before the sun rises, they are already forging themselves on the mat. For every roll, every round is another brick in the foundation of resilience. And at the center of it all are the coaches who guide us, voices that carry wisdom from decades of training, teaching, and living jiu-jitsu. Today, we sit down with one of those voices, a coach who has shaped not just technique but philosophy, and whose lessons stretch far beyond the mat.
It's a deep class. We got a lot of people in here today in the gi class. Usually have a lot less people in the morning.
I thought the gi was dead.
It's alive and well, man.
So what's up, everybody? This is Angelo with Hey, Let's Roll. This is one of my coaches, Craig Baker, here holding it down for the 6:30 morning class.
Morning grind.
The whole Hey, Let's Roll brand to me is about learning your own philosophy in jiu-jitsu and using that to translate to real life. So I have Craig Baker here to share some insights about his philosophies and what keeps him training after all this time and keep showing up in the morning to train all of these people that you saw earlier in the intro. And we're just going to dive right into it. So, Craig, the 6:30 a.m. class is known for being one of the more gritty classes. I think anybody that has had any kind of manipulation of any kind, especially like, neck cranks or there's like specific moves that you teach that no other coach teaches. And this class is kind of known for that, and some of the other classes I train at, they go, oh, you must go to Baker's class. He's kind of known for that. So
Yeah, I don't know if that reputation's good or bad. We'll see. We'll see.
I appreciate it. It's definitely helped me and helped everybody here. But specifically about the morning, what about training early teaches you about life beyond just jiu-jitsu?
Sure. There's a lot of different ways you could look at that. We talked a little bit about resilience. Being able to deal with challenges this early in the morning just changes the rest of your day and your outlook, right? So for me, working in the corporate world, outside of this, conference calls, people get uptight, people, get upset about different things, and it doesn't really faze me. So it allows you to deal with that adversity early in the morning, right? And you're dealing with that, having to be resilient because you have to get up and do something that's uncomfortable. The sport's uncomfortable, right? And there's plenty of days with the peaks and valleys. It's not fun, right? So you have to have that resilience. You have to have the ability to adapt to a tough situation, and you have to leave it all on the mat. That's the beauty of jiu-jitsu as it is. It's the one sport I've done in my life that I can't combine thinking about anything else, but you're probably going to have a rough day. Right? You're going to have a rough day in the sport, and that's okay. That's part of the journey, but it's the one thing, a short moment in time that you're able to have to think and focus accordingly. If not, again, you're not going to grow in the sport, or you're going to be too frustrated with the sport and probably move on to something else. And especially this early in the morning.
Yeah, no, I always tell everybody that the newer belts, I always tell them the one thing you do is just at least train until you hit your first submission, right? Because if once you get that, it all combines, and you're like, oh, I can actually do this, Yeah. I saw a video yesterday with Eddie Bravo where he was like, the thing to keep you going is just to know that at one point you'll be able to do to others what they're doing to you.
Sure.
And that's like his own personal philosophy, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, and I think people overcomplicate a lot of the sport,
Yeah.
right? And many people know my philosophy. We've talked about it a little bit, and it's
Remind us what that might be.
two things, right? Jiu-jitsu is two things. It's find basic anatomy, find something, take it the wrong way.
Yep.
Body part, find it, take it the wrong way. We all know how our arms bend and our legs bend and where they don't go.
Yeah.
And the second thing is just restrict blood flow to the brain. I mean, that's it, man. It's that simple.
So
And the reason I like to say it that way is that allows for creativity. People get stuck in this tunnel of I have to do this move that's named this thing with these 45 steps. No, you don't need 45 steps. You just have to understand how to get there. And I quickly, early on, realized I'm going to get to these positions differently almost every single time I roll. We roll. Every roll is different. That's the beauty of the sport too, because we're always learning and adapting. So if I'm focusing more on the creativity of finding something taken the wrong way, or how do I restrict blood flow to your brain, that allows a lot of autonomy. That said, basics of the sport and understanding need to be there, right? That foundation needs to be there. And fortunately, I had a solid foundation, and we've got some awesome instructors in here that are really, really good at that. So I was lucky to come up in that side of the house, and then add the creativity to what I do to make my jiu-jitsu what it is. It is a grind, and I grind, and I get, you talk about the submissions. I love a submission. To me, the control is really important, and I talk about if you can't pass guard, you don't know jiu-jitsu, right? So passing guards and understanding control, manipulating their strength, right? And their capabilities, slowing them down. All of those things are, to me, that's where I find my passion in jiu-jitsu is like, if I can take somebody that's, a lot bigger, a lot stronger, a lot faster than me, a lot better than me, and stop them and get them frustrated, that's a win to me. You know what I mean?
Heel.
Yeah.
Dog, heel.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, man. All day.
Okay, great. And, you've coached countless students. What would you say is one main principle or mindset that you want your students to carry on and off the mat?
I would say, be dynamic and don't quit. Okay, what I mean by dynamic is don't be stuck in a singular. Don't be stuck in the tube going one direction, right? I found a lot of frustration when I was a purple belt, and I was just kind of stuck in this world that I felt like I wasn't adapting. I wasn't getting any better. I was doing the same things, and they were working. They used to work 75% of the time, and now they're working 15% of the time. Same things, because everybody was learning. And I was stuck in this mode of how I thought I was supposed to train. And so for me, again, I go back to creativity all the time, but you got to have fun and be creative with it. And with that, you can open up your game. You're gonna risk some things, and that's okay. But I do a lot of jiu-jitsu that most people have never seen or heard of, and we get a lot of guests in here, and oh man, I've never seen that. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. What do you call that? Nothing. Like, that's just a move that I do. I don't really think about it other than I'm moving through the positions and being creative with my kind of surf style jiu-jitsu. So to others, I would say keep it creative, have fun with it. There's a time and place to really step up from a competition perspective if you want, and that's got to be there. You have to have that drive and that will to do that. But go ahead, Rachel. Here you go. But at the end of the day, you got to maintain that fun aspect of it, because it's a different drive to learning. There's you hear stories in other gyms of, and you got world champions training there. Then you have people in the gym that just don't compete, and they're just smash some of these guys, smash world champions. They don't care. So it's really finding that focus, finding that love for the sport, which is going to what comes and goes sometimes. There's plenty of times where I said, I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore. I grew up doing other things. I got this late in my life. But yeah, stay resilient, stay excited, and stay driven.
And for last question, I guess, is if you had to leave one philosophy with your students or a message that outlasts your time on the mats, what would that be?
Keep the culture. One thing I think that really separates this class a lot of times from morning classes and other programs or people that try to build morning programs, it's hard. It's one of the hardest times to train during the day. Is you have to build and maintain a culture, right? And you could call it, I've got my soldiers on the mat. I've got people that I trust, right? And I know that no matter if it's day one or day 1001, you're going to be safe on my mat. The culture's good. We grind. We play hard, but there's a level of trust that is always on this mat in the morning, and there's a culture that I try to keep, no matter what. It's fun, but we're still gonna have a good get after it, yeah, and have a good time. So I'd say keep the culture, keep whatever that means to whomever, right? But it's a people sport. It's an individual sport, but it's a people sport at the end of the day.
And would you? And to me, in my experience, each time the mat has like a different culture too. Like our culture is
sure.
different than the 11 o'clock, than
Absolutely.
the 12 o'clock, than the 4:30. So that's super valid.
Yeah, and people fit with the different cultures,
Yeah.
and then also I've found that people fit those different cultures at different times in their jiu-jitsu journey too,
Yeah,
right?
100%, yeah.
You may want a full comp class for a couple years because that's where your goal is, and you just don't care about maybe specific techniques. You just want to go hard for a period of time. That's okay. There's a place for that. And that's the beauty of having a school like Victory is we've got all of that here. We've got the grind. We've got something in between. We've got unique styles of jiu-jitsu and a bunch of killers in here, man. It's fun. It's cool. So yeah, keep the culture and just enjoy it, man.
I appreciate your time.
You got it,
Keep the
bro.
culture, keep it dynamic, keep it fun. Everything translates to real life.
Translates.
Find your philosophy, adapt that to your own life, and everything will come together when it's supposed to. Thanks.
That's it.
This is Hey Let's Roll.
Hey, let's
Craig
roll.
Baker, Baker's Dozen, Sublux Jiu Jitsu. Check them out. Give them a follow. Give me a follow. Peace.
Cheers.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
So much.